Hello students, welcome back to online sessions of Grid tutorial. See, in the last session we have already done with the types of bank. For example, central bank, commercial bank, development bank, cooperative bank, and the last one is specialized bank. It needed a special mention, that is why I have included it here. Now see, specialized bank. These banks cater to the requirement and provide overall support for setting up businesses in specific areas. First one is export and import bank. See, these specialized bank are meant. These specialized bank are meant for some specialized purpose. It is formed to support for a setting up business in specific area. The first one is import and export bank. This bank provide financial assistance to exporter and importer and function as the principal financial institute for coordinating the working of institutions engaged in financing export and import of goods and services with a view to promoting the country's international trade. See, the main purpose of this bank is to support, is to provide financial assistance, provide financial help to exporter and importer, and it also functions as a principal financial institute for coordinating the working of institutions engaged in financing export and import. It is the principal financial institute. It acts as the main financial institute for coordinating the worker of other institutions engaged in financing export and import. See, the main purpose of this bank is to promote export and import with a view to promoting the country's international trade, so that the international trade can be promoted and we can earn export earning. Main motive of formation of this type of bank is to provide profit, is to promote the country's international trade. Their aim is to promote international trade. So many the aspiring people who want to, many aspiring businessmen who want to who want to get in any kind of international trade, they support them. Next is Small Industries Development Bank of India, SIDBI. Small Industries Development Bank of India, SIDBI was set up on it was set up on 2nd April 1990 under an Act of Indian Parliament, Act as the principal financial institute for promotion, financing and development of micro, small, medium enterprise, as well as for coordination of function of institution engaged in similar activity. See, SIDBI, a Small Industrial Development Bank of India, the it act as it act as the the main financial institution for promotion, financing and development of the micro, small and medium enterprise sector, as well as for coordination and function of institution engaged in similar activity. See, this SIDBI, the aim behind formation of this institution was, and it is to promote financing and development of micro, small and medium enterprise, and also the institutions engage in similar activity. So their main aim is to promote micro, small, medium enterprises by providing them financial help, and it also act as principal institution for promotion and financing and development of MSME. Next is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD. It is an apex institution for financing agricultural and rural sector. NABARD provides both short-term and long-term credit through regional rural bank. It is concerned with policy planning and operation relating to agricultural credit and credit for other activities in rural India. It provides finance to financial institution and not to individual. Now see, NABARD, It is an apex very important institution for financing agricultural and rural sector. NABARD provide both short-term and long-term credit through regional rural bank. See, NABARD does not provide direct assistance to individual, but it provide help of credit through regional rural bank. It provide help through rural bank. It is concerned with policy planning and operation relating to agricultural credit and credit for other activities in rural India. It plan it plans and it is also involved in operations relating to agricultural credit and credit for other activities in rural area. Basically, the planning part for rural India, people who are engaged in agricultural and non-agricultural in rural areas, they they their main aim is to help them by providing them finance through financial institution and not to the individual. They provide finance through financial institution. It does not provide finance to any individual. So the main aim of NABARD is to provide financial help to agriculture and rural sector. The only thing you have to remember, NABARD is an apex institution for financing agriculture and rural area. It provides help to the rural sector. See, they get involved in the planning process and policy planning and operations relating to agricultural credit and credit for other activities in rural India. In short, we can say that the specialized banks are formed for some special purpose. Their main aim is to support a specific area, to support and help and to develop a specific area. For example, export and import bank, their main they help exporter and importer. They provide financial assistance to exporter and importer, and it also acts as principal institution for financing and coordinating the working of institution engaged in financing export and import. Next is Small Industrial Development Bank. Uh, it is a principal financial institution for promotion, financing, and development of MSME, small, micro, and medium enterprise, and coordinate coordinate function of institution engaged in similar activities. Last one is NABARD. It play a very important role in its main core area is financing agricultural and rural sector. It provides both short-term and long-term credit through regional rural banks. See, this NABARD, they does not give a direct assistance to individuals, direct assistance to farmers or the people who are engaged in rural area. They provide indirect assistance. They provide the finance through regional rural banks. Next is new model of banking. First one is small finance bank. Small finance bank are a type of niche banks in India. These are bank with a small finance bank license and provide basic banking services of acceptance of deposit and lending. The aim behind this bank is to provide financial inclusion to section of economy not being served by other banks such as small business unit, small and marginal farmer, micro and small industry, and unorganized sector entities, existing non-banking financial company, NBFC, microfinance institution, MFI, and local area bank LAB can apply to become small finance bank. These banks can be promoted either by individual, corporate, trust, or society. They are established as public limited companies in the private sector under Companies Act 1956. They are governed by the provision of Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, Banking Regulation Act 1949. There is no territorial restriction of this bank. Now, see, the very first thing is that we have to know the purpose of formation of this bank, this type of bank. The main aim behind this bank is to provide financial inclusion, financial help to section of the economy not being served by other banks such as small business units, small and marginal farmer, micro and small industries, and unorganized sector entities. See, this set the people who are unreached. Unreached in sense they do not get any other help. They do not get financial support from any other institution. For example, small business unit, small and marginal farmer, micro and small industries, and unorganized sector entities. See, they do not get help from any other banks, or you can say from any other financial institute. So the the main purpose, the aim behind this bank, the small finance bank, is to provide financial inclusion to section of economy not being served by other bank. जिनको कोई भी सपोर्ट नहीं करता, फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट नहीं करता है, उनको यहाँ पे फाइनेंशियल हेल्प मिलता है. This bank can be promoted either by individual, corporate, trust, or society. They are established as public. They are established as public limited company in the private sector under Companies Act 1956, and they are governed by the provision of Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Next is objective of small finance bank. See, we have already seen in the explanation part. The main objective is to provide financial help to the people who does not get help from any other bank, to small farmers, you can say small industries, unorganized sectors, entities. The first objective is to the promotion of saving, provision of saving for unserved and undeserved section of population, and second, supply of credit to small business units, small marginal farmer, micro and small industries, and other unorganized sector. Example is Jana Small Finance Bank, Equitas Small Finance Bank. See, the main objective of this bank, the main aim of this small finance bank is to serve the undeserved section of the population, unserved section of population who does not get any help from other bank, any kind of financial help from other bank. For example, supply of credit to small business unit and small marginal farmer, micro and small. See, small business unit, they do not get help from any bank, so they will get help. They can get financial help from small finance bank. So the main objective is to provide financial help to the industries, to the small business unit, small industries, small and marginal farmer, micro and small industries, to serve them and to help them, because there is no scope for them to get help from any other financial institution. Now the next is payment bank. It is a new model of banking. It is conceptualized by the Reserve Bank of India. The concept is it is conceptualized by the Reserve Bank of India. The main aim is to offer financial services to small business and low income group. See here, payment bank, their main aim is also to offer financial services to small businesses and low income people. It is like any other bank, as it can carry out most of the banking functions such as remittance service, transfer service, mobile banking, ATM card, net banking, etc. But it is not allowed to issue loans and credit card. Similarly, it can accept the demand deposit only up to 1 lakh. Indian Post Payment Bank, Airtel Payment Bank, Paytm Payment Bank are the some example of the active payment bank to the date. See, the basic idea behind the formation of payment bank is to offer financial services to small businesses and low income group people. They are not allowed to issue loan and credit card. Similarly, it can accept the demand deposit only up to rupees 1 lakh. They can accept the demand deposit only up to, there is a limit of rupees 1 lakh. See, it is like any other bank. It can carry out most of the banking functions such as remittance service, transfer service. Easily you can transfer your money from uh, money to any other person. Mobile banking is there, ATM cards, net banking. It carry out the most of the banking function. Next is functions of commercial bank. Now let's start with the functions of commercial bank. First, we will start with primary function. The primary function of commercial bank are known as core banking function. The primary function are as follow. See, we already know the core banking function. See, all other agency function and utility function. Nowadays, bank have started offering those services. but the core banking function was to accept deposit and grant loan. So the primary function of commercial bank are known as core banking function. The primary function are as follow. First one is accepting deposit. Commercial bank collect deposit from individual and organization. The deposit can be classified into two: time deposit and the other one is demand deposit. See, as it is very obvious, time deposit are called as time deposit because they are repaid to the customer only after the expiry of decided time. Time deposit. It is known as time deposit because there is a certain time and after which the amount will be paid to the customer. The amount will be repaid to the customer after expiry of that decided time. Before that, if the customer withdraw the amount, then his interest will get deducted. Now see, the first type of time deposit is fixed deposit. Fixed deposit account is an account where fixed amount is kept for fixed period of time bearing fixed rate of interest. Rate of interest is more as compared to saving bank account and varies with the deposit period. Normally, withdrawal of amount is not permitted before maturity date. However, depositor can withdraw amount before maturity date for which bank will reduce the interest rate. For amount deposited in this account, a fixed deposit receipt (FDR) is issued by the bank. Against this receipt, loan can be taken from the bank. See, fixed deposit is a kind of deposit where it is a kind of account where fixed amount is deposited, is kept for a fixed period of time and which bear fixed rate of interest. You will get, if you are depositing amount for a fixed period of time, you will get fixed rate of interest. See, before the expiry date, withdrawal is not allowed, and in case if you are doing it, अगर आप कर रहे हो withdrawal before the expiry of the date, expiry of the time, expiry of the date, like you have fixed it for 5 years and but you want to withdraw it within 3 years, then in that case your interest will get deducted. See, the main benefit provided by fixed deposit holder, the main benefit provided by the fixed deposit holder, that whenever you are in need of money, you can take 90% of the deposited amount as a loan. See, you don't need to break your FD. You can get 90% of loan on that FD. More thing, the rate of interest is more as compared to saving bank account and varies with the deposit period. Next is recurring deposit. It is operated by salaried person and businessmen having regular income. A certain fixed sum of money is deposited into account every year. See, recurring deposit, here also an amount is fixed that you have to deposit regularly. You have to deposit every month. Withdrawal of accumulated amount along with interest is paid after the maturity date. Rate of interest is higher, which is similar to FD account. Separate passbook is provided to know the position of the recurring deposit account. See, it is same like fixed deposit, but here the depositor does not pay the amount at a time. He has to deposit the amount regularly for a fixed period. For example, I had decided that every month I am going to deposit 2000 rupees for 3 years. So after 3 years, I'll get the accumulated amount along accumulated fund along with the interest. So it is similar to fixed deposit, and here a separate passbook is provided so that you will know the position of your recurring deposit account. Next is demand deposit. Saving account. It is generally operated by those who earn regular or fixed income such as salary or wages. See, this account is specially meant for the people who earn fixed income such as salary or wages. The main aim of this deposit is to encourage saving habit among people. This deposit account are meant for the purpose of maximum saving. There are restrictions on withdrawal limit for this account. There are some restrictions on the withdrawal limit because the basic idea of starting this account is to encourage saving habit among the people. Passbook facility, balance on SMS, account statement are provided by the bank. Facilities are provided to account holder to a certain financial position. See, there are this account. There are restrictions here. Withdrawal is here. Frequent withdrawal is not allowed. There are certain restrictions, and after that, you will be charged. This account carry low interest rate. The rate of interest is not very high. It is very low compared to FD and RD. Next is current account. This account is operated by business firm and other commercial organization such as hospital, education institute who have regular banking transaction. See, this account, current account, is specially operated by business firm and other commercial organizations such as the trader who have regular income, hospital, educational institute who have regular banking transaction. In this account, there is no restriction on deposit and withdrawal of the amount. No interest is paid by the bank on this account. Overdraft facilities available for this account. For current account, bank provides statement of account every month. You just have to remember this current account is usually operated by the people who have regular banking transaction. It is operated by business firm and other commercial organization who have regular banking transaction. Here no interest is paid, and they also provide overdraft facility to the account holder, to the current account holder. For current account, bank provides statement of account every month. Next is granting loan and advances. The primary function of bank is accepting deposit. वो लोग डिपॉजिट एक्सेप्ट करते हैं. एंड सेकेंड इज ग्रांटिंग लोन एंड एडवांसेस. हर तरह का लोन वो लोग क्या करते हैं, प्रोवाइड करते हैं. The loans are provided for longer period of time from 1 year and more. Advances are provided for shorter period from 4 months to 1 year. The advances are in form of cash credit, overdraft, and discounting of bill. See, the main function, the primary function of banks, primary function of commercial bank is accepting deposit and granting loan. They provide loan and advances. They provide different type of loan. The loan are provided for longer period from 1 year to more. Loans are provided for longer period and advances are provided for shorter period. Loan are provided for longer period and advances are provided for shorter period. The first one is loan. Commercial bank provide loan to businessman and other. The borrower can use entire amount sanctioned or can withdraw in installment. Interest is charged on the amount sanctioned. The loan are as follow. Short-term loan are for period of 1 year. Medium-term loan are for period of 1 year to 5 years. And long-term loan are for the period of 5 years and more to meet long-term capital requirement of the borrower. See, loan are of different types. Short-term loan it is for the period of 1 year. Medium-term loan is for period of 1 to 5 years, and long-term loan are for period of 5 years. Next is advances. Advances are small term fund provided to businessmen to satisfy different financial requirement of the business. Advances are as follow. See, advances are short-term. It is for short-term period, and it is provided to businessmen so that they can satisfy their financial requirement of the business. First one is cash credit. The cash credit advances are provided to current account and saving account holder. It provides working capital for longer period of time. Interest rate is higher on cash credit. Separate cash credit account has to be maintained by the borrower. See, it is very simple. Cash credit advances are provided to current account and saving account holder. See, it is provided to both. It is provided to current account holder as well as saving account holder. It provides working capital for longer period of time. It provides working capital. Interest rate is higher on cash credit, and you have to maintain a separate account for this. Next is overdraft facility. This facility is offered to current account holder, as we already know, we have already seen there, to meet their working capital requirement. And last one is discounting of bill of exchange. It is a kind of bill where the creditor promise to pay a certain amount after a certain period, and see if the person on whom the bill is drawn, if he is in need of money, and if he want it right away, then he can discount this kind of bill with the bank. So bank also discount bill of exchange. See, bill of exchange basically it is made by the one who is going to receive the amount, and it is signed by the person who is going to pay. बट ऐसा होता है कि द पर्सन इज इन नीड ऑफ मनी. अभी फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई टेल यू वन स्टोरी. I have I have sold my goods to Ramesh. यहाँ पे in this story there are two characters, Ramesh and Mukesh. अभी मुकेश ने रमेश को गुड्स सोल्ड कर दिया एंड ही वेंट फॉर द पेमेंट. अभी यहाँ पे रमेश के पास कोई भी पैसा नहीं है एंड वो बोल रहा है कि मैं फ्यूचर डेट में तुमको दे सकता हूँ, कोई भी तुम बिल पे साइन ले लो, कहीं भी साइन ले लो, बट राइट नाउ आई डोंट हैव मनी, आई विल पे यू इन फ्यूचर डेट. तो फिर यहाँ पे मुकेश ने क्या किया है, बिल ड्रॉ किया है एंड इट इज साइन बाय रमेश. वो बिल को रमेश ने साइन करके दे दिया है एंड इसमें ऐसे लिखा है कि रमेश इज गोइंग टू पे द अमाउंट आफ्टर 3 months. अभी वो बिल मुकेश लेकर आ गया है एंड जो मुकेश है उसको राइट नाउ उसको पैसों की जरूरत है. जो है मुकेश को पैसों की जरूरत अभी है, तो वो क्या करेगा, वो जो बिल उसको रमेश ने साइन करके दिया है वो जाके बैंक में डिस्काउंट कर देगा. बैंक उसको कुछ चार्जेस डिडक्ट करके उसको अमाउंट दे देगी. तो बैंक ऑल्सो डिस्काउंट bills of exchange. So with this I would like to end this topic. Thank you.